Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we have basically broken the Tomahawk X yet again, and this is probably, in my opinion, the absolute best all-around 600 pp build that has ever been out there. It's even better than the original. So if you've been on this channel before, you know how this works. If you haven't, then make sure you just follow the on-screen guide. So you want to set your distance to kilometers. This is so you can follow the guide much easier. So the reason I'm making this build is because a lot of comments on my previous 1.13 Tomahawk are saying it doesn't work anymore. I got sent this about a week ago by someone I'm in a group with about Gran Turismo, and I thought I'd give it a try. So you're pretty much going to do the usual that we would. So it's racing hard tyres. These top two are absolutely fine. They don't need any editing. The second row, absolutely fine. The third row is fine. Fourth row is absolutely fine. You don't need to touch them. This is where you do need to make a bit of a change. So both of these are going to say 6.15. The next part does take some editing, and a lot of people get it wrong because they put the toe angle on the wrong way. Trust me, it does happen. It is what it is. So you want both of these to say 0.25. But one will be pointing outwards. So this is this one. See, I nearly made the mistake myself there. So it's 0.25 outwards on that one, and it's 0.25 inwards on this second one. So the reason I'm sort of taking my time with this is because a lot of people did say I rushed the guys too quickly, so I'm just taking my time. So you want the fully customizable differential, put that on. So these should say 1515 on the top row. So you're just going to edit the first one. Then it's 1530 on the second row. And then this bottom row should say 1560. So there's a bit of editing to do on the differential. Last time I believe there wasn't any at all, but yeah, this time we're going to have to do a bit of editing. As you can see, completely brushed over one, so that should be 30. So this is a good part. We don't actually have to limit the power of the car really much at all. So the output adjustment is literally just going to go down to 99. The ballast, we're even not putting much of that on, so that is at 20. And then the positioning, you want it to say minus 50, not the, plus 50. So you want it at minus 50 there. And then the power restrictor just goes at 99. So we're not limiting power much for this one. Make sure you've got the full customizable racing transmission, and we'll get into the individual gears. So the dreaded individual gears, when this Tomahawk method originally came out, it was an absolute nightmare, and a lot of people couldn't get it to work. It's fairly simple. So you want that at 5.130, and obviously I'm just going to check my PP there. Okay, so now the individual gears, this one here, you want it to basically say 0.687 and then a dash 598. I'm obviously working from the highest gear downwards. It's gear 1 to 3 that take a bit of fiddling, and you'll sort of see what you have to do. This sixth gear, sorry, I was going to say fifth. You want it to say 0.840-472. Then now onto the fifth gear, it's 0.880-451. So yeah, originally the individual gears really confused people because people couldn't understand that you had to keep going back and forth between gear 1 and 3 to get the measurements right. So on this fourth gear, you want it to say 1.410-281. So yeah, in my original Tomahawk guide, I really heavily edited it, and a lot of people were saying it was fake, it was this, it was that, and it wasn't fake. It was just, I'll admit, it was poorly edited on my part. Obviously, I've done many Tomahawk guides since then. I think this might be my third or my fourth. So yeah, I do hope they improve, and it's a bit tricky sometimes to sort of talk you through it. Because of how awkward it is to get the gearings, so it's kind of difficult to keep track of exactly what you need to do, and sometimes it is completely random, like with ballast and stuff, but this one's quite a straightforward one. So on these first three gears, you essentially need to push them all the way to the top to get the like number on the right, which is your kilometer, to like as low as possible. So this first gear is pretty simple to sort of set. So you have the first gear at 9.632-41. So that is the first gear done. So then we're going to go to the third gear and sort of push that upwards. So that's not at its final bit yet. And this is where we can now set the second gear to its correct unit. So this one needs to say 9.187-43. And now we can finally set the last gear, which is a third one, and this should eventually say 8.671-45. And that is your individual gears, and you are going to see straight after, as soon as I measure the performance points, it is going to be under 600. Yeah, that is literally the guide. I will show some gameplay of this car in action. It is honestly such a good build. So like I did mention, I got sent this by someone I'm in a group with about Gran Turismo about a week ago. Obviously I can't mention names, obviously privacy reasons, but honestly it is genuinely the best Tomahawk build around. I'm not sure if it is anywhere else online. I was currently in the process of making my own Tomahawk, and then I remembered back to being sent this message of some screenshots of, you know, their build. I thought, you know what, might be worth a try. So honestly, big thank you to them. I can't take credit for this exact build. Obviously, before I have, you know, edited some of my previous builds and got it to under 600 pp, and I've even had a under 500 pp build, which was on the intermediates. The only downside to that, which was the last Tomahawk build, was it wasn't as fast. This one easily, like a bat out of hell. It's insane. So if you like this kind of content, I make this kind of content each and every day. Massive thank you to you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep grinding, guys. See you later.